Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Traveling Compass back with another video. And listen, I know what you're thinking. Another travel channel, another list of places to go, but trust me on this one. We're ditching the Eiffel Towers and the Great Walls this time. We're going off the grid, off the beaten path, straight into the heart of the unexpected. We're talking about those hidden gems, the places you've probably never even heard of. But once you see them, you'll be booking a flight faster than you can say passport. So buckle up, get your adventure pants on, and let's jump into the 10 most underrated travel destinations on the planet. Get ready to have your wanderlust ignited. Alright, first up, we're heading to a place called Blagaj. Never heard of it? Don't worry, most people haven't. Tucked away in the mountains of Bosnia and Herzegovina, this little village is straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine this: crystal clear turquoise waters flowing from a massive cliff face. A 16th century dervish monastery perched right at the edge. That's Blagaj. Now, insider tip number 1. Take a boat ride to the source of the Buna River, which, by the way, is the strongest spring in all of Europe. The water is so clear you can see straight to the bottom. It's insane. Next up, make sure you try the local trout. It's fresh from the river, grilled to perfection, and trust me, it'll be the best trout you've ever had. Blagaj is the definition of hidden beauty, a place where time seems to stand still. You won't find crowds of tourists here, just peace, tranquility, and some seriously stunning scenery. Next, we're jetting off to the Albanian Riviera, but not the spots you see all over Instagram. We're talking about Gjajp, a secluded beach only accessible by foot or by boat. Picture this: white pebble beaches, turquoise waters that rival the Caribbean, and towering cliffs covered in lush greenery. It's like something straight out of a travel magazine, but without the Photoshop. Now, getting there is an adventure in itself. You can hike down a steep, winding path, which takes about an hour or so, or you can hire a local to take you by boat. Insider tip: take the boat, on the way in, hike back out. You get the best of both worlds. Once you're there, go for a swim in the crystal clear waters, soak up the sun on the secluded beach, and just disconnect from the world. Gjajp is all about getting back to nature. And trust me, it's an experience you won't forget. Alright, now we're heading to a place that looks like it's straight out of a Disney movie. Lake Bled in Slovenia. Imagine a sparkling blue lake surrounded by towering mountains, a medieval castle perched on a cliff top overlooking the water, and in the middle of it all, a tiny island with a church on it. Yeah, it's that magical. Now, insider tip number 1, rent a rowboat and row out to the island. The church has a wishing bell, and legend has it that if you ring the bell, your wish will come true. Next, you have to try the local specialty, Bled cream cake. It's a delicious pastry with layers of vanilla cream, custard, and flaky dough. Trust me, it's worth the calories. Lake Bled is the perfect mix of history, culture, and natural beauty. It's the kind of place that will leave you speechless. Chapter 4, Hidden Gem. Number 4, Chefchaouen, Morocco. Get ready to be transported to another world because we're heading to Chefchaouen, Morocco, the blue pearl of the Rif Mountains. This town is literally painted blue. From the walls to the doors to the staircases, everything is bathed in shades of azure, indigo, and cobalt. It's said that the blue color was introduced by Jewish refugees in the 1930s, and it's been a tradition ever since. Now, insider tip number 1, get lost in the labyrinthine streets of the Medina. Wander through the souks, haggle for souvenirs, and soak up the unique atmosphere. Next, make sure you visit the Ras El Ma waterfall. It's a great place to cool off on a hot day and enjoy the natural beauty of the surrounding area. Chefchaouen is a feast for the senses, a place where you can wander for hours, get lost in the beauty, and experience a different side of Morocco. Chapter 5, Hidden Gem. Number 5, Kotor, Montenegro. Hold on tight because we're heading to Kotor, Montenegro, a hidden gem nestled on the Adriatic coast. This fortified town is like stepping back in time. Surrounded by ancient walls, Kotor boasts cobblestone streets, charming squares, and Venetian-inspired architecture. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for a reason. Now, insider tip number 1, climb the fortress walls for panoramic views of the town, the bay, and the surrounding mountains. It's a bit of a hike, but the views are worth every step. Next, make sure you take a boat trip to the nearby island of Our Lady of the Rocks. Legend has it that the island was created by local sailors who threw rocks into the sea after surviving a shipwreck. Today, there's a beautiful church on the island that's definitely worth a visit. Kotor is a place where history and beauty collide, a destination that will leave you breathless. Chapter 6. Hidden Gem. Number 6, Isle of Skye, Scotland. All right, adventurers, get ready to explore the rugged beauty of the Isle of Skye in Scotland. This island is straight out of a fantasy novel with dramatic cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and rolling green hills. Now, insider tip number 1, rent a car and drive the winding roads. The scenery is constantly changing, and you never know what you're going to find around the next bend. Next, make sure you visit the fairy pools, a series of crystal-clear pools and waterfalls at the foot of the Black Quillan Mountains. It's like something out of a fairy tale. And for all you whiskey lovers out there, make sure you visit the Talisker Distillery. It's one of the oldest distilleries on the island, and they offer tours and tastings. The Isle of Skye is a place where you can truly disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you leave. Chapter 7. Hidden Gem. Number 7, Alberobello, Italy. Get ready to be transported to a fairy tale village in the heart of Italy, because we're heading to Alberobello, home to the unique trolley houses. These cone-shaped houses are like something out of a children's book. Made entirely of limestone with conical roofs and whitewashed walls, they're a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, insider tip number 1, wander through the narrow streets of the Rione Monte district, where you'll find the highest concentration of trolley houses. It's like stepping back in time. Next, make sure you visit the Trullo Sovrano, the largest Trullo in Alberobello. It's now a museum, and it's a great place to learn more about the history and construction of these unique dwellings. Alberobello is a charming and whimsical destination that will capture your heart. It's the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and experience the magic of Italy. Chapter 8. Hidden Gem number 8. Guadape, Colombia. Get ready for a vibrant explosion of color, because we're heading to Guadape, Colombia, a town famous for its brightly painted houses. Seriously, every single house in this town is a work of art. From intricate patterns to whimsical designs, each house is a reflection of the owner's personality. Now, insider tip number 1, climb El Pinol, a massive rock formation that offers breathtaking views of the surrounding area. It's 740 steps to the top, but the views are worth the effort. Next, make sure you take a boat trip on the lake. You'll see the colorful houses from a different perspective, and you can even visit some of the nearby islands. Guatape is a place where you can't help but smile. It's a celebration of life, color, and Colombian culture. Chapter 9. Hidden Gem number 9, Hoi An, Vietnam. Get ready to be charmed by the ancient town of Hoi An, Vietnam, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's a feast for the senses. This town is a melting pot of cultures, with influences from China, Japan, and Europe. You'll find ancient temples, colorful shop houses, and delicious street food. Now, insider tip number 1, get some clothes tailor-made. Hoi An is famous for its tailors, and you can get a suit, dress, or anything else made to your exact measurements for a fraction of the cost back home. Next, make sure you visit the Japanese Covered Bridge, one of the most iconic landmarks in Hoi An. It's a beautiful bridge with a fascinating history. Hoi An is a place where you can wander for hours, soaking up the atmosphere, trying new foods, and discovering hidden gems. Chapter 10. Hidden Gem number 10, Mestia, Georgia. Last but not least, we're heading to the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia to explore Mestia, a remote town with breathtaking scenery. Imagine this. Medieval stone towers rising up against a backdrop of snow-capped peaks, lush green valleys dotted with wildflowers, and a sense of adventure around every corner. Now, insider tip number 1, take a cable car up to the top of Mount Zeruldi for panoramic views of the surrounding mountains. It's a sight you won't soon forget. Next, make sure you visit the Svaneti, Museum of History and Ethnography, to learn about the unique culture and history of the Svaneti region. Mestia is a destination for those who truly want to get off the beaten path and experience something truly special. It's a place where time seems to stand still, where ancient traditions are still alive, and where the beauty of nature will take your breath away. And there you have it, folks. 10 underrated travel destinations that will blow your mind. From the fairy tale villages of Europe to the vibrant towns of South America, there's something for everyone on this list. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure today, and remember, the world is full of hidden gems just waiting to be discovered. Get out there and explore. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel inspiration. See you in the next adventure.